been wanting to start YouTube for so long, but the truth is my insecurity just got the better of me. I've thought to myself, what do I have to offer? How can I help people? But each and every one of us has unique things about ourselves that are beautiful, that can help other people in ways that we don't even know. So here I am, I'm going to do it. And I think one of the biggest things for me is that I fell into falling in love with the gym. Like, I go to the gym so often. I used to be someone who would never go because I just saw it as really shallow, like people who are obsessed with their physique, as if that's going to bring you true happiness. And the more I've been going to the gym, I think back to my journey and how I started. And it was from literal depression. Like, I used to love being a party animal, going out. I would dance, I'd dress up, I'd look nice. And it'd give me this false sense of validation, which fueled me to have temporary happiness, right? Like temporary joy, pleasure. I felt like I was that girl. Like, I had so much confidence. I didn't care about anyone's opinions. I would go there and I would dance in the middle and it was super fun. But over time, all that drinking and shallow happiness it all built up to me just being really depressed, I'll be honest. I went for a period where I was just in bed. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I didn't want to see anyone. I was I just had depression. And it took me to be like, okay, enough. I need to do something to change who I am, to be better, to be grateful for the life that I've been given, right? Because life is not an accident. You're here for a purpose. You were born on this earth for a reason. So we can't just be ungrateful with our lives. We've got to think like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? And for me, the gym was the catalyst for me to realize my identity, my purpose. Like, I got up at 5 a.m. I am not a morning person. I'm a night owl, okay? I got up at 5 a.m. I went to the gym. I didn't even know what I was doing. I got on the treadmill. I think I must have been sprinting or jogging at first. I don't know what I was doing in there. I was doing whatever I've seen online. I was giving stuff a try. And now I'm a fully qualified PT and I now know what I'm doing, but it took a long time for me to get there. But that was the catalyst for change, to say, oh, this is what happens when you lean into the difficult things, when you don't go for the easy route. And that can be applied to so many areas of your life. So like, one of the biggest things you can do for yourself, for you, not for what other people think or for you to look a certain way, for you to be truly happy and fulfilled and start to work towards living to your full potential, is to just lean into the difficult things. Take some time to sit with yourself rather than going out and don't get it twisted. I love a bit of retail therapy, especially when it comes to buying new gym wear. But we all have our coping mechanisms, our vices. And it's like, instead of leaning into your vice, which is going to give you this temporary happiness, what can you do that's really difficult for you? What is the block that's stopping you from being better? Take some time to think about what that is. And why don't you change it? Is it because you're weak? Because you can't deal with the pain and the feeling? Like, lean into that pain. Embrace the pain. I remember getting on that treadmill and saying to myself, this is hard. I hate this. I walked to the gym in pitch black because I live in the UK and it was winter. It was freezing cold. There were foxes and rats outside. And I walked down the street and I was saying to myself, wow, this feels so impossible and I'm doing it. Do you know how good that feels afterwards? You're like, wow. And when you do it again and again, you just remind yourself of how powerful you truly are. And what a disservice you'd be doing to yourself to not allow yourself to see how powerful you truly are. So that's one of the things that completely transformed my life. And we should all be doing it, leaning into things that are hard, because that's where true fulfillment comes from, not short-term pleasure where the next day, the next week, the next month, you're going to be feeling more depressed because you just decided to down a bottle of Moscato in your house, or like to go to the club and get men talking to you. Oh, great, men are talking to me. I must be so pretty. Men talk to everyone. Men talk to everyone. So yeah, that for me has been a huge factor in just becoming a better version of myself. And then in the gym, one of the things for me I did was just get people around me who already know what they're doing. I had friends that were really into the gym. I didn't have a clue what I was doing, so I'd go with people that were more skilled than me. Humble yourself. That's number 2. Humble yourself. You don't know it all. There's always more to learn. I see the most professional fitness athletes, they have coaches. Like, every area of your life, you need a coach. It could be with your finances. Humble yourself. I don't know what I'm doing with my finances. I have this toxic independence streak where I think I can do everything and I don't need anyone's help. No, the most successful people in life have someone paying for their finances. They have someone doing their cleaning. They have someone doing their cooking sometimes. They might use like a delivery service like Carlo, and then they get food delivered that's healthy. They don't even have to think about what they're eating because They know that other people can do it better. Other people can do it better. There's always someone better than you. And if you want to get better, you learn from people who are better than you. And that I then took that all the way to doing a full-on course, learning, studying, and becoming an expert at fitness. And I still won't stand here and claim I'm the one that knows it all, even though there's millions of people online who will say, I'm going to show you how you're going to get... There's honestly millions of different ways to approach fitness. There's not a one answer that fits all. It depends on your mindset, for example. Like for me, there's periods of time where I'll run because I know it's hard for me. I'm more of a sprinter. Like interval sprints, easy peasy, love it. It's like enjoyment for me. And sometimes you want to lean into your strengths and do that because it's like, I know I can do this. Doing a 5K run, a 10K run, that is like hell on earth for me. Do you understand? That's like, I'm probably not going to be consistent with that. I've had periods where I've done it. Maybe it's something that I'll set myself to challenge myself with later, but like, I'm not always going to be consistent with that because I find it really impossible to do. And for me, that might not be the best strategy to getting where I want to be. Everybody has different goals. I mean, so many people online focus on like how to build your glutes because that's what society's standard of beautiful is now, having big glutes and a flat stomach. But you could just get a BBL, darling, if that's what it's about. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it depends on your goals. Some people do fitness because it's for their mindset, because they want to get stronger and more resilient in life. They want to do things that are challenging. And some people genuinely want to shift lots of fat. I lost like 14 pounds. But the funniest thing is that, like I say, it was more about my mindset and me being fed up with being sad and not satisfied or proud of myself and who I am. So yeah, the third thing I would say is we have so much information online, like AI now. You can sit down and just ask ChatGPT a couple of questions and get a bit of knowledge. But if you want to go above and beyond, you can study a course. Just actually have discipline to sit there and say to yourself, I'm going to spend 4 hours a day, or start small. I think one of the biggest hacks for me is like, you start small. Like it's the same principle in the gym. I might go to the gym for just 15 minutes, even if I'm there. I might not be able to do my full workout because I might be exhausted. I might be on my time of the month. Like for us girls, it's hard. But I'm in the gym and I'm on the treadmill, or I'm on the Stairmaster, or I'm doing something. I'm doing a little mini dumbbell workout, or I'm just doing a little bit of abs, which I always put off, by the way, because I find it's so hard. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to go to the gym. Like I always just pushing myself that 1% extra, so I feel like I'm always making some sort of forward progress. Being an all or nothing person at my core, like that has been hard to do because I kind of like want to go all in, but just show up and do a little bit, right? Do something small, do a bit of studying every day, because when you maths, GCSE maths that I did back in year 10, that will teach you that when you add up things, when you multiply things, over time, you get a bigger amount. So if I'm doing 15 minutes a day, you see what I mean? How many hours is that? How many hours is that in 6 months? Imagine where you'll be. And that's with anything in your life. Just 15 minutes. Yes, we can get to 4 hours. And the more you do something, the easier it becomes to multiply the time that you're putting into it. Like in the mornings, I have no energy. I've started in the evenings. My version of discipline at the moment is stop scrolling at 10 because I'm taking in all this information. I'm being brainwashed. I didn't even decide to watch this stuff. Somebody else is dictating what information I take in. Do you know how insane that is? But we all do it because it's addictive, because they know what we want to see. But we didn't choose to see it. So what I'll do is I'll switch off my phone. It goes on D&D. I'm allowed to call a friend or a family member because I think it's really important to connect and value and spend that time with the people that you love. But I've also started reading books. So one of the books I'm reading is The Mountain Is You, which is also a self-improvement book. I'm very in a self-improvement mode at the moment. But you can read fiction or something that makes you feel good. Just decide. Give yourself the agency to say, I'm going to choose what I'm taking in. I'm not going to just be fed whatever the world wants to feed me, or whoever's running these algorithms. Do you know what I mean? They probably have an agenda. That's why women and men hate each other these days, because, I mean, the amount of male hatred content I'm shown is actually insane. But luckily, I've got a really, amazing brother and dad who I could never be like, all men are like this. To me, that's completely delusional and insane. Some people are a certain way, and some people are great, and you get to choose who you have around you. So if someone's not treating you well, that's your decision. Agency is a big part of just improving yourself, and also accountability and responsibility. There's so many things I've been through where I've been a victim. I'm like, why did this person do this to me? No, I let them. I let you do that. I can't even be mad at you. And I say it to people like, I can't be mad at you. Like, I chose to be here. but I will still express my emotions. Like, expressing your emotions is important. I think it's really important to be authentic in a world where nobody's authentic these days. Imagine how few and rare and far between you can be as a unique version of who you are, because there's no one else like you, babe. There's no one else like you. The best thing you could do is be you, because that's not something that can be replicated. But anyway, that was a big waffle, big rant. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and just keep making those decisions every day to be better, because you deserve to live a life that you're proud of. Why are we being mediocre? Who wants to be mediocre? I know I certainly don't want to. But it is so much easier said than done. It takes time to build discipline, but it starts with a decision from you. Nobody else can make that decision for you to change your future. And you might need to get a coach or someone to help you, just give you that extra push and the accountability. Like, I know my coach this week is going to check on me to see if I've done the things I said I was going to do. Partially I have, partially I haven't. And just having to be honest and to tell her, like, I failed in these areas, gives me that fuel, because I'm embarrassed to actually just do better. But I love you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be making more content. Subscribe, give it a like, let me know your thoughts and what you want to see. And I'm going to keep creating videos every week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.